Okay, so these guys right here are little Harbor Freight lights. They're $9, and I couldn't resist buying it. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me which car I was going to put them on. But my mom has a car that goes off road very rarely, but definitely more often than your homie's Tacoma with a rooftop tent on it. So I'm gonna pop these on here. Uh, I know that these Hallmaster lights are basically just like clones of ones you find on Amazon for like 14, 15 bucks. But I didn't really feel like putting too much money into this thing. And after taking it on like a small light trail, I realized just how horribly inadequate these lights are. These are pretty good, the ones I put on the bottom. But these aftermarket Specty tuning lights are useless off-road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook two of these up to here and show you how I do the wiring. It's actually super simple. Honestly, I'm more interested in these guys right here, because for 9 bucks or 20 bucks for two lights, yes, it's a little bit more expensive than what you get on Amazon, but I'm a bit of a Harbor Freight shill, so it's not like they would ever sponsor me or anything. But hey, I gotta say, I was expecting it to be a little bit more substantial. I'm not gonna lie, this is way more than I was expecting. Oh well, at least it'll make a fun little video. I don't know how good these lights are actually gonna be now, I'm not gonna lie. So what I'll do is I'll hook these up and install them. It looks like they didn't come with the other plug-in, so I'm probably just gonna cut this end off and set my own little way of connecting it and go from there. Luckily speaking, it comes with this nice little bracket right here, which seems this is what's going to be bolting onto the bull bar here, our brush bar, and this large bolt that goes through the bottom, and that'll go in that. It's super easy looking. So I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little silly with how small it is, but now I'm even more curious to see how well this light actually performs. Honestly, it's a Ford Escape hybrid. It's not gonna be going like massive crawling or anything, but I'm gonna pop the other one on once I find it. But for now, I'm gonna start setting up the relay and everything and building my own harness. Originally, I was gonna go follow it, go underneath the bumper, but the more and more I thought about that, the more and more I realized that was a really bad idea. So I'm probably gonna find a way to route this in through the grill and go from there. It's tiny. It definitely looks kind of funny, but I mean, if it gives out more light, it gives out more light. Okay, so I luckily had a spare nightlight relay that I had laying around the house, which I'm going to be using on this install. Now, step one for what I'm going to be doing, or the way I'm going to be installing this, it's going to be to find a good place to mount this relay in the engine bay. And I think I just spotted two of them. So there's going to be one right here, which is that bolt by the battery, and one over here on this side, which is another bolt in a very similar location. I think I might just choose this one over here because of its proximity to the battery, and also where I'm going to be routing the switched wire into the engine bay with. So step one, I'm going to be setting up these pins. So one of these pins is going to be going to the power out towards this light. The other one will be over there, obviously. The second is going to be going from the positive to this relay. One wire will be going into the cab to a switch, and the other wire is going to be going towards the ground. I'm going to look up the diagram to see which is going to which real quick, and then we'll start wiring it up. Okay, so now these two little floodlights, I believe they are, from Harbor Freight are on the car. I'm just going to go over the wiring harness and explain how it works. I haven't completely soldered everything in just yet, but I'd like to give a full overview of the installation before I do tie everything up permanently. So when it comes to the actual plug ends of these, I ended up cutting off the plugs that these came with from Harbor Freight because I didn't want to use their harness. So I made my own. It's a lot simpler than you think, and I trust my harness making abilities to a good deal. So after I cut off the ends, I ended up patching in wires for the positive and negative. In my particular instance, the green is the negative and the white wire is the positive. Now if we look up over here, we see that my green wire connects to my black wire. My black wire right here is going to be wire number 85. That's going to be my ground. It also ties into the battery. When it comes to the power wire from the lights, that goes into the yellow wire right here. That one is sitting at wire number 87. Now this red wire goes directly to the battery and connects to the blue wire, which is pin number 30, and pin number 86 is going to be getting power from inside the dash that's going to hook up to the switch. Overall, it's super easy and very simple to wire this stuff up. The main thing is you got to remember to have a fuse. Fuses are important. So this fuse is going to go directly to the battery, and this connects to the power supply wire side of the relay. Now I'm going to have a separate wire that's going to be going to the illumination wire on the head unit, because of what I ended up doing is a couple years ago I installed a stereo in this car, and that wire is fused from the vehicle itself. I'm going to use the illumination wire in the stereo to power the switch, which will then power the relay. Anytime you're taking power from anything, have a fuse. But that illumination wire already has a fuse because it is on the vehicle itself. So what I'll do is I'll finish up the soldering and then get everything lit and light up. Okay, so I feel like this is probably the part of the video that everyone wanted to see. How the lights actually work. So this is the car with no headlights on. This is just headlights. This is fog lights, right? I have LED fog lights on this thing. This is with the driving lights on, or floodlights. So right here, there's headlights off. This is strictly just the driving lights. You can see they add quite a bit of light to the overall output of the vehicle. It's actually quite a bit. Let me just go out front and see what the car looks like with these lights on. You can see that's pretty much what they add on here. Oop, something's coming here pretty quick. Let me get out of the way. So on the drive back, I kind of had a lot of time to think about it. Honestly speaking, I don't think these lights add much more light than what was presented on the video. To be completely straight, I feel like my phone overestimates the amount of light that these lights put out. What do I mean by that? These two definitely put out more light than this light. This, if I had the choice on buying this again, I honestly don't think I would spend the 20 bucks on these lights for this particular application. What do I mean by that? Namely speaking, this would be great for like a pit bike or a mini bike, maybe like a 125cc dirt bike, maybe even a go-kart or ATV. But on a car, they don't put out much more light than a headlight or fog light does. So if you are considering buying these, buy it with that caveat in mind. Great for a smaller thing like a dirt bike, ATV, maybe even the floodlight on the back of that truck. Honestly, that's probably what I should use these for. Like just a light to illuminate my flatbed. As far as off-road driving lights for a car, not really, to be honest with you. That being said, again, fun little video, fun little install, so I don't think of it as a wasted little endeavor. Again, my mom's not going to go off-roading that much. They're solidly built. Here's some headlight ASMR. This is either a polycarbonate or like a glass or something, and the whole light itself is metal. So overall, as far as the build quality of this goes, definitely a win. As far as like what it does, for a $20 light, it puts out a decent amount of light. If it does improve visibility, so you definitely see more with these lights on, further out than the high beams and fog lights. It does illuminate maybe like a solid like 5 to 10 feet more of driving area, but it's not as bright as a set of like off-road vehicle dedicated floodlights would be. I'm not like thoroughly disappointed with them. Would I do it again? Probably not. Would I put this on like a pit bike or golf cart? Hell yeah. Anyway, thank you. Have a good one. Do whatever else you do on the internet. Feel free to subscribe if you like it. If you like it. I don't know. Point being, more car videos coming. This time I'm actually doing more car videos.